Good times, my fellow humans. If it is not good, then it's about to get better. Welcome to the Be Different podcast. My name is Nekesa Ochieng, and I am glad to have you here. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Be Different podcast. We are excited today as we are going to talk about a very sensitive issue, according to us. Welcome, my guests. My guests would like to remain anonymous, so I won't say their names, and they will just say hi to you, and then we start.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the episode.
Hi. So guys, we are going to talk about our mothers today. I know you've all seen African memes on African moms, right? There's actually a hashtag for African Moms Challenge, and as much as we make fun of it, yesterday I collected several memes, and the way I was relating to almost each and every one of them, it's so interesting. So why am I saying this is a sensitive topic? Our moms are all alive. We live with them, some of them we live with them, and there's that thing of just being an African and being able to call out your parents on some things that they do or they have done to you, which is is it a taboo? Or is it an African? It's so un-African. But anyway, we're going to do what we're going to do. Hatutajitetea, and we won't... We've been hurt. So we're just going to put it out there. I have an incident that I would like to start with. First, I wanted to read a meme. I wanted to read for you guys a meme which I'm sure you can relate. There's this meme for an African mom sending you water. Let's use that one. Your mom sends you water. You're like, ya kukunywa. Apana ya kubatiza sister yako. Like, those answers used to come, and they come before you don't know whether she has heard you, but she heard and processed and answered all in one breath. And those things, I'm actually a victim of. I've been told I'm so rude by people because of my answers, because comebacks, I always have them, and the clapbacks. Maybe it's because of our culture, our thing that we used to do in our house, in our home. This has been mentioned actually many times, especially by my husband now, who's the first person who came to our home, and he noticed that we always have clapbacks.
Wow.
We pick you up before you've even finished delivering your statement. So, and we just do it so naturally, and we move on. And to us, it's not a bad thing. Like,
it's normal.
It's just, excuse me, move on with your life. Yeah. We are just having a normal conversation. But anyway, along the way here and there, we've realized a lot of things that are not going so well, like they were hurting. And that's what we would like to talk about. So can I give you a chance to maybe talk first before I give an example? Guest one.
So, hi again.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also start with one meme that I totally relate.
Mm-hmm.
There's this meme of when parents have maybe they were beating you, you did something, and then you start crying, and then they're like, wewe unalia nini? Hata sijakugusa, and then they've hit the shit out of you. Sorry to use bad words.
Yeah, it's allowed.
Or maybe you're trying to defend yourself when they're hitting you, so they start calling the relatives, kujeni muone huyu amekuwa mkubwa, anataka kunichapa, amemea matiti, you know. Yeah, such things. Like right now when you sit and like remember, it's funny, but it wasn't funny then.
Yeah,
it was not at all. Yeah, so such things happen.
Hi again. Let me also look for a meme that I can relate to. One is, Mom, where should I put it? Then she's like, put it on my head. I think I used to be told this like a gazillion times. And then another one is the one where you come back home and then unaambiwa, go back to where you came from. And they are very serious about it.
Yeah.
Okay, personally I used to kangumu and refused to go back, but most people are like, they had to go back.
Yeah.
So I guess experiences are different.
Yeah.
And also another one is when boys are hitting on you. Like I remember there was one time a boy was hitting on me, and then he slipped a note in my bag. I didn't know about it. Then when I got back home, she went through my bag. She found the note and she started beating me, and I didn't even know. Yeah, it was a weird experience. Yeah.
Wow. There's an incident I remembered yesterday in the evening as I was thinking about this episode. I remember when I was a kid, I don't know how old I was, but I was playing and then someone stuck a hanger in my eye. Like the hanger stuck in my eye the way it sticks on a closet. Hey, to me I knew I was dead. I came screaming Wah! To my mom. Hey, let me tell you guys, ile coffee nilichapwa hiyo coffee because nimescream nikamshtua.
Yes.
Na kumbe hata sikufi.
Yes.
Like according to how? No, what is that? Oh, kufi. Imagine the hanger is still stuck on my eye and I'm a kid.
I know what you mean.
I was so terrified. Nilipigwa slap ingine kabla nitolewe hiyo hanger kwa macho ya kumshtua. Like, so we were told never to scream like that.
Yes.
But I was imagine someone telling you your problem is not it's not a problem, because she used to say don't if you scream like that, the day you'll scream when something has happened to you, who will come to your rescue? I'm thinking I was dying, man. I thought I was dying. I remember that incident and I thought it was very, I don't know, I don't feel like it was handled well. Yeah.
On that note, I have a similar experience. This one time was when I was also a kid. We used to live in some fancy place. I won't mention the name. So we used to be surrounded by like trees because there was a bush around. So sometimes snakes would come into the house, like from time to when it gets really hot. So this one time I was from the bathroom, then I went to my room. I saw a snake like on the window. So I started yelling.
I can imagine.
I'm like, I actually told her, Mom, there's a snake. So she was like, and why are you yelling?
It's a snake.
Exactly. And I'm a kid.
Loud. Yeah.
She was actually taking her sweet time, going up the staircase. Like, why the hell are you yelling? Yelling? Can't you just do something? Maybe kill it? How do you start killing a snake? You're a kid.
Yeah.
So I was just standing there in my towel for your information. Don't know what to do. So until like I think the caretaker came in and killed the snake. So I was just standing there. I couldn't do anything. I was just standing there. I was scared. I don't think I slept in that room for like 2 days. I went and slept in my sister's room. Yeah. So like what you're saying,
it's not only about discipline.
Yes.
So you can see there. Do you have an example?
Mine is not really exactly the same thing, but it has to do with being able to feel safe when you're with your parents. Like I remember there was a time I was in primary school. So I was on my way back home. I think the bus got an accident. So we stayed for a while. Then I ended up getting home like at 10 at night. Then when I go home, I'm like, Mom, were you not worried about me? I've come home so late. The time you're in primary school. She's like, nilijua tu utarudi. You're like, huh? What do you mean? Like I'm literally a girl child.
How
I'm not.
old are you? I know.
Maybe like 12 or 13. So you're coming back home. Your mom is just like, I'm chill. I don't care. No biggie.
Also,
you know?
even when you're
Like it was alarming.
Even sometimes, like right now, at my age, when I'm chilling with my friends, you would see some of their mothers calling them "Uko wapi?" And then you think about your mom, she doesn't really care.
You're like, yeah, she's fine wherever she is.
Whatever.
These kids will come back.
Yeah.
Okay. Another meme that I totally related to, ile ya kuambiwa go back to where you've come from. No, that one happened to me in real life. So here I am, I think I was now a preteen or teen. So I have just discovered this thing of dancing, and I really want to dance, but now I'm associating myself with the church. That's what I was told. So I go to these neighbors of mine whose their father is a pastor, and there are many kids, so I could have someone to play with. So I went to the house. The whole time we were just dancing gospel music nini nini. Mara tukatoka hapo tukaenda crusade sijui nini, tukarudi hey, I come back home. Simi najua nimeshinda on the right and holy narrow path. I come back home. My friends, I was told to go back and sleep in that house. Pali nimeshinda nilale huko. Hadi niko and this happened twice. I think one nili spend time kwa nyumba ya neighbor. I was told to go back to that neighbor's house. The other one, I was coming from a crusade. I was told rudi pali umetoka, just go. And now, unlike you, I went. I go. I normally just leave, because now when you stay there, everything that is on her path, she will pick it and throw it at you. So things were thrown at me, pap. Nikatoka tu nikaishia. Just like, wacha tu niende. Pali nenda sijui. There's a day, it was actually raining, it's past 11 p.m. and I left. And I went where I do not know. I don't have shoes, I don't have a jacket. I'm calling my siblings. Nipatie ni jacket. Apana, hiyo jacket nilino na pesa yangu. Enda.
No.
Like you've gone. You're not using anything that I've spent my money on, and blah 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 blah. Anyway, so those are the things that really I remember that stand out for me. But I thought to myself, or when I was thinking to myself, I thought it was about discipline, and I felt like maybe our mothers were more of reacting than being on the proactive side. Today morning we were even laughing about the way you break a glass and the comments. Ai, kwani kama hujavunja vyombo umeziosha kweli? I used to be told that. Vunja tu bwanako atanunua.
As we were told, vunja baba yako atanunua.
Yeah, she said the same thing. The way you're taught to cook, but you're taught na matusi. Nani atakuoa?
Like in my household, whatever you cook is never good.
It's never good. Oh.
Umezidisha chumvi, or maybe it's too oily, and sometimes it's like unaona tu chakula tu iko sawa, so you're like anyway semukule tu.
Yeah,
you don't even have psych to cook. You're like, I'm just cooking for the sake. Yeah.
And the reason why these experiences have stuck with us, or they've really stood out, is because these people are meant to be they're the first point. They are our small gods. I remember telling one of us that in the morning. They are our small gods, literally. They're the people we take things from. We look to them to, like, they say something and you take it and run with it. For me, for the longest time, I never questioned anything I was told by my mom. Never ever questioned. Everything she says ni sheria, inapita. Hata kani experience ataniambia, I'll take it and run with it. Like, I never questioned anything she did. I never questioned anything she said. I just took it and absorbed. And at some point in my life, I realized I had absorbed so many things, even stories just within us as a family unit. Like, you're told things, you're like, you're told things about someone, you're like, you're told things about someone, and you just, just believe it, without ever having your own relationship with that person, or questioning, or seeking a second opinion, because it's your mom. Haezi kudanganya.
Or this maybe when she's talking about somebody, she tells you about somebody, you have to side with her. Even
Exactly.
Even if like the other person is on the right, but it's usually so funny and frustrating at the same time. Like you try explaining, like, Mom, but this other person has a point. Whose side are you on? Are you on my side or their side? Things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting how you have something to say on that.
For me, it's just mostly to do with her bitching about someone and you never being able to talk to that person because she's like, nani na nani ni mbaya, usienda kwa hiyo nyumba, usiwahi mwongelesha.
You should live with that.
Yeah. So there are people up to this day.
You never have a relationship with them.
I'm just like, my mom said they're bad. Like, I know I'm an adult, but I'm like, maybe maybe they're bad, maybe they're not. I don't know.
And you know, this has even affected our unity in terms of the extended family. Like, we're all affected. Whatever your mom used to say about your cousins or about whoever, you know,
Yeah.
that was it.
Like, I can
You took it and
personally
ran
say
with
I
it.
talk to some of our relatives in secret. My mom, yes, because it's trouble. Because according to my mom, they are bad people. So when she finds out, like, you have that relation, you'll be in trouble. So, like, she never, like, some of the relatives, she's marked bad. She's not found out that I talk to them. So I'm usually talking to them chini ya maji. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I had another one. So I feel like we've covered the one for where our fears are invalidated, our emotions are not taken into consideration. The person who's supposed to protect you is just like, yeah, you'll be fine. The world is you'll be okay. Yeah. And then there's that one for you're told something, you take it, like your relationships are affected by what your mother is the one who guides.
Yeah.
These people are bad, these people are wrong, these people are mean. Then you never have a chance to have a relationship with them, or if you say you're having a relationship with them, it's in secret.
Yes.
Well, there's something I've remembered. I think it goes back to that protection angle where something happens to you and then you tell your mom. This has happened to me. I don't know whether it has happened to you. And you tell her, and she completely either A, waters down the experience, or 2, calls you a liar outright in your face. And for me, this has really, it spiraled into other things, because I was like, yeah, then why am I telling you stuff?
Exactly.
Why should I come to you if you're the person I have really looked, okay, we are coming from a poor background, so our house was so crowded, and you're really looking for a chance to just talk to your mom alone, because they are sijui whose sister, sijui who. Then you come and tell her something, because finally you've gotten a moment with her, there are no guests, there are no relatives, there's no one. Then you've gotten your courage to tell her this thing, mommy, this and this is happening, and she outright ooh, like you're wondering, Kai, why did I even do that? Why did I tell her? And that story is never ever has never seen the light of day again. Has never been brought up again. Has never been discussed. And that was that. So I think, I don't know whether it gave me this whole distance from then on, because it's just like, so nakwambia nini ingine? What else are we discussing? What else are we talking about? Yeah.
Or maybe if you, let's say you telling, you want to tell her something, maybe you're going through something, and then the moment you tell her, Mom, I'm telling you this, please don't share it with anyone. Oh. First of all, she'll be mad. What do you mean? She'll be like, what do you mean? Are you calling me a snitch? And after that, she's going to snitch for your information.
Yeah.
So she'll actually literally call the sister, the cousin, the brother. Hey,
Her own sisters, not the aunties.
Yeah, like, so I get frustrated. I'm like, if I wanted to tell your sister, I have their numbers or I know where they live, I would have gone and talked to them. The fact that I came to you, talk to you, means I wanted to talk to you alone. Yeah, so they never understand this thing of privacy. And then again, if you keep away, like let's say you keep things to yourself, they'll be like, oh, you see the way other people treat their moms, they're so secretive with each other, they're so close with each other, but you're making me your enemy. So you're like,
when I tell you a secret, you can't keep it.
Yeah, like it's so complicated with them, but we still love them.
We are still here, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Mine isn't exactly to do with going to them. It has more to do with something happening and them advertising to everyone.
Oh,
hey,
Lord.
sijakwambia mtoto ananisumbua sana. That time you've not even done anything like anything big, Like it's something so small, but the neighbors, the relatives, extended, even the ones she doesn't talk to, they'll know about it. Yeah. So yeah, that was a big issue for me.
Yeah. So, and how about I remember yesterday we mentioned about words. And the way the words that we have been told have really, really affected us. as soon as recent as you told things, you're like, really? Are you still my mom? Like, for us,
You love me.
we expect the affirmation and the positive words and the yes, and then actually the opposite happens. I don't know whether they think if they tell us good stuff,
Taringa.
Will be weak.
it will go into our heads.
Yeah.
So those
Or
words
maybe
are
they
meant
think
to
will look
spoiled.
spoiled. Kitu kama hiyo.
But okay, right now I consider all of us adults. We all have ideas, we can all vote, we do what, but still the thing continues. Okay, so when were we supposed to not let it get into our heads? I thought that time has passed. Let's talk about the words. Those words that you have been told that you have never forgotten.
For me, the words that I've never forgotten is let's say I've done something, like something so petty, not like big. So then my mom would be like, unafikiri ukinikasirisha like mambo yako itakufungukia. Mind you, like at that moment, maybe you're hustling, looking for a job, you know, like you're trying applications, nothing is going on well. Maybe your relationships are not going well with people, with your boyfriend, whatever. Like you're just stressed, and then you do that one thing, and then your mom just says that like, mambo yako itakufungukia. So you're like, am I gassed? Like, yeah. So you start like questioning yourself, like, what did I do? Like, why is my mom cussing me? You know, it gets to your head.
What does that even mean?
Exactly. And when she says that, most of the time she used to tell me, it's not even once, like more than once she's told me that. So it will get to me, and then I get depressed, lock myself up in the room, don't leave the room, just stay there. Then again she'll come at me, kazi yako ni kujifungia tu. You don't want to talk. Then again, remember what I said, when you go talk to her, she lets everybody know. Personally, I don't like not even tangazang. Like I don't like when I tell you something, if I come to you, I tell you something, even if it's stupid, please just keep it between us. If I want to come and tell the other person, I will. But if I talk to you, it's you. I just don't like it. So yeah, most of the time you end up with anxiety and depression. And again, anxiety and depression they're no words that are in an African household. Like, how do you say you're anxious or you're depressed? Yes, about what? They'll be like, hey, na mimi nikikwambia mashida zangu utafanya nini? Unajua mimi niko na watoto wangapi? You know, things like that. So you're coming at me telling me you're depressed and you're anxious. What is that? They don't understand. Like, we're in different generations. Again, like this thing of like struggling to get jobs, like you searching for jobs. They don't understand. Unakosa kazi aje? Like unakosa kazi aje? Unakaa aje kwa nyumba? So uende hustle uko nje, and you go and hustle. By the way, it's not like you stay in the house. Like, yeah, it's just complicated with them. I mean, you never really know what they want. It's never enough. That's the word. You feel like, most of the times I feel like trash, to be honest. I feel like, especially when like I'm in the house, you don't contribute to anything. You don't have finances to like chip in here and there. You just mostly feel like trash.
Is that like an expectation that has been made of you? Have you been told openly, right?
No, they make it seem like
if you give,
there's nothing you're bringing.
Will you be treated differently?
Not even will you be treated differently. You can see the people who like have money, how they're treated, and they don't tell you like out loud.
Okay.
Yes, even like giving opinions, not even about money only. Giving opinions, be like,
you don't have money. Can you even think?
like you snobbed, like on your face, like kijana aenda huko. Like, your opinion doesn't matter.
It's so painful.
It is. Most of the times I would cry myself, and you're not supposed to cry for your information.
You're not
You do
supposed to
not
cry. You're not allowed to cry.
If you cry, you're weak. You are very weak. And oh God. Like,
Okay,
it's so
already, if
frustrating.
someone has already invalidated your struggle
Yeah.
and your challenges, then they don't see why you should express yourself.
Yeah.
Your emotions,
Like, why you
and that's
cry?
why you can't even say words like depression, anxiety,
No, that does not exist. Especially
Unajua
in our
siku zetu
household.
sisi tulikuwa na shida gani?
Exactly. Again, like huyu tena anasema mi niko na watoto wangapi, nikikwambia sijui inauna nakuja hapo naniambia mambo za anxiety. What is that?
You know what I've been through.
Wow.
Ama unajua baba yako alinifanyia nini?
Exactly. Yes, that's
So you're like, what has my dad got to do with me?
Oh,
That was you guys.
Yeah.
Like, you ndo mnajijua kwenye mulitoana.
Hiyo ni yenyu.
That's not my fault.
That's the thing.
Like, your dad's frustration passed to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's I don't really understand that connection where maybe the dad has done something, makasiriko inapitishiwa kwako, you're like, anyway ni life, unazoea tu.
Accept it.
Wow.
On what she talked about, I'd say something that comes out is the issue of self-esteem.
Yeah.
Hey, where do I even start with that?
Yeah.
Like, I remember there was a time she was talking to an uncle, and then the uncle is like, uncle from another country,
Okay.
not Kenya. So, like, they were talking. Then he's like, I've never met your daughter. Then she's like, don't worry, she's not even as beautiful as I am. Like,
What?
to this day, I remember that comment, and I'm just like,
You were there and you heard?
I don't know if I was in the same room or if I was in passing.
Wow.
And she just said that. She's like, she's not as beautiful as I am. I was just like, is it a competition? You know, like we're not vying for the same guy.
Wow.
Yeah, so like that's something I remember to this day.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes at high school, because some of the kids that were in high school, she knew some of them. So she used to be like, najua tu kazi yake ni kujiangalia kwa kioo, si ndio? Like, that comment makes it seem like I don't even care about books. All I do is just check myself out.
Yeah.
And then there was another one, she used to be like, kazi yako ni kutembea matiti mbele, matako nyuma kama farasi. I'm just like, wow.
Where is that coming from?
Wow.
Like, what's that?
Wow. Bombshell dropped. Like, yeah, those were just some of the snide comments I used to get.
Wow.
Like, I'm just surprised my self-esteem is literally not on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Woo. Ha, you guys, words, eh? So I have my own example. So I was young, as a kid. Okay, let me tell you, everything my mom has ever accused me of, most of the things I have never done them. Or I don't even know where they were coming from. Anyway, the first one, you see that time when she was chasing me, that season when I was being chased away because I've come late, the things my mom said, I've never forgotten till date. I'm like, that I was going to sleep with the man of that house. At that time, you're a child. You don't even know what this. And then to make it worse, it's not like you've ever taught me about sex.
Ooh, that's a good one, sex.
So you just wake up from the blues and you accuse me of something, and then you're accusing me of sleeping me with a whole man.
Doing things.
Okay, and I was dancing. Imagine we were just dancing. Anyway, those are the things that really slap you. And she said, utaniletea ugonjwa kwa hii nyumba. Ugonjwa yenye hata mimi mwenyewe sijaikuwa nayo. Like, it was so you're like, okay, no, there's that, there's this, and then there's that, and then there's all these things. You're a kid, for crying out loud. Anyway, then she said another one. She told me I'm using drugs. I'm sick.
The drugs one was very common.
I'm sick. I've come home, I'm not feeling well. I don't know why I used to have like these anxiety attacks, and I just like, I'm almost fainting. Or rather, kuna siku, I think I was cleaning the kitchen, the way you're thorough cleaning, and then nikajipata tu nilibleki. Then I woke up like from the cooker. I'm like, you guys, nilikuwa nime, before I even finished that statement, fainted again. Why after that? Niambie hizi ni drugs gani unatumia? I'm like,
instead of taking it to
like
the
really?
hospital.
No hospital for checkup. Nimwambie ni drugs gani natumia?
It used to be like, umeanza kuchukua bangi?
Like really, I'm just sick. I don't even know what was happening to me at that time. That time, I'm not even, naambia mom, drugs nimeona tu kwa movie. Like, I'm just being so honest. Like, I didn't even have the energy, like, to even argue with her. And I don't know whether our parents feel like we've forgotten these words. We've forgotten.
No. I feel like,
do they think that they don't have an impact on us, or don't they know we used to hear?
No, they do know we used to hear, but according to them, like, hiyo imeisha. Wamesema na imeisha. Yeah, so they don't realize you're a kid, and people take things differently. You see, you're dealing with the kid, the mom is dealing with the kid.
Yeah.
So we have different ways of like receiving or interpreting information. For me, you can tell me the smallest thing, it will get stuck into my head. Utaniambia na umeenda. Like even now, not even my mom. Like you'll make a comment and I'll be like, hey, why did this person say this? You start overthinking. Yeah, so for them, I think nivo wanasema na imemalizika. The next thing utaona, she'll start laughing with you, and you're not responding to her like funny comments. She'll be like, sasa mbona uniongeleshi? She doesn't understand that. And I'm damaged. Like, can't you see I'm damaged? Yeah.
Wow. Do you feel like maybe they also just need like maybe their own forum to sit and we ask them the same questions, like, do you have words from your mother that damaged you? As my mother, do you have words from your mother that damaged you?
Is this like a vicious cycle?
Yeah. Do you even remember those words? So that, like me now, I'm very conscious, so that I don't pass those things to my daughters. You see? So I know that she's listening. Like any comment I make, I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. There should be that space for conversation and apologizing and saying, I did this and this out of ignorance. I didn't know you were listening, or I was hurt, or I was going through something, or a season.
Do African moms ever apologize?
I don't know.
I don't think that
I
exists.
wonder.
They're always right. Always.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Their word is a final word.
But I'm
Mimi
just
ni
wondering,
mzazi,
where
mimi ndio
does it come
najua.
from? It is always a pleasure to have hosted you. Thank you for listening. Follow us on the socials, Instagram and Twitter at BeDifferentKE, at I am Nekesa. Facebook is Nekesa Ochieng. Let's keep talking.